Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Friday Sews. This is my first Friday Sews for 2024. I'm so glad that you decided to press the play button and join me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope by the time you get to the end, if you are not a subscriber, that you would press that button. Well, my name is Tanya, and this is the channel where we create the atmosphere for you to celebrate your grace, beauty, and style. Now, Friday Sews, if you don't know, was created by Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Bring the sewing community together so that we can share with you what we are working on. And hopefully we can inspire you to continue on with your sewing journey or even start sewing and to learn how to sew. Well, I'm excited about this episode of a jacket that I made probably about a year ago. I had some finishing touches that I needed to work on, so I did that this week, and I wanted to share with you some of the details of the pattern. Now, I also have a skirt that you will notice matches the jacket. You'll notice the corduroy matching, and I'll share just a little bit about the skirt pattern as well. So, are you ready? I am ready as well. So, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's get into this pattern. Simplicity 9239. I did view B. As you see here, you have your buttons down the front. There are buttons on the sleeve or the cuff area. There are pockets in the front, but I did not add pockets to the front of my jackets. This is a functional button here, but I actually closed mine because as you see there, I just closed it in. I didn't add the buttonhole to the cuff because it's already a wide sleeve. So I didn't have a need to ever really opening it up. So I just closed it, and I really didn't feel like doing any more of the buttonholes from the ones that I did in the front there. So I love the back of this. Let me show you the line drawing. Because of the yoke, I always love that feature of a garment, the yoke there. There is a pleat in the center back of the jacket. For the most part, it was an easy make. The only challenge that I had was with the cuff of getting it even. It was a little tricky, so I had to kind of manipulate something that was going on in the inside there. My sleeves are not, my cuffs are not exactly even. I don't know how I fold one different from the other. So there's one, and here's the other. This is really what it's supposed to look like, but this was cut off a little bit there. I don't know how that happened, but it's okay. Nobody will ever know the difference. It is faced towards the back instead of on the side of the sleeve area. You'll notice that it's facing towards the back. Lightweight jacket. There's no lining in this jacket. You can always add your own lining if you feel like you want to make it a little bit thicker. This fabric here, you'll notice my arms are a little bit darker than the bodice area here. So it's actually two different pieces. And I got this fabric from Fabric World. It's a warehouse, as you know, that I love to visit here in Atlanta. So it was just remnant pieces that I had to make this full jacket. And I didn't have enough of the lighter color to do the sleeves. And I had another piece. And I think it works well because it's the same pattern, right? Just two different colors. One is darker than the other. Let me show you my patchwork here. So I found these patches. This particular patch reminds me of my trip to Costa Rica. We had an opportunity to see a live sloth, so I added that. And if I can find that photo of the sloth, I will add it in here as well. I also added a patch of a heart in the back. I think over time, I am going to start adding some more patches to this jacket and just build on it. It'll be my nice fun jacket that I can wear from time to time. So I want to show you a a full view of the jacket. And there is a skirt that I have on that I'll talk a little bit about that, because I have to actually find the pattern. I can't remember the pattern number for the skirt, and I was looking for the pattern. If I can find that, I'll share those details with you. So let's take a look at the view, the full view of the outfit here. Okay, the size that I made for this pattern was a medium. So it goes extra, extra small all the way up to an extra, extra large. For the medium, the finished bust size is a 47, and I felt like that would give me more than enough room, considering that my bust, finished bust, is a 44. The length of this is 24 and a half. Some of the suggested fabrics are your canvases, chambray, chino, corduroy, cotton types, denim, linen types, satin. You can actually use satin. This might be nice. I might have to do this in a satin material and see how that works. Your stretch woven, your twills, and wool types. If you're going to match up your pleats, you will need some extra fabric for that. So I would suggest this pattern. Once again, the only little tricky part that I feel like I had with this pattern was the cuff. So I would recommend this, and I believe I would make this again in different fabrics. So there you have it, Simplicity 9239. It took me a little while to find this pattern of the skirt that I was wearing with my jacket. So it's Simplicity 9375. And I did view D, which is the shorter skirt. There's two different styles. There's this faux wrap. So that is the one that I made. It's not an actual wrap skirt, but it's a faux wrap. And the button is faux as well. You can't, it's not functional for that. And so you got two lengths for that style. And then you have a style that is twisted, And I do want to make this skirt, but in a lighter weight material to do that one. The size that I cut out was the size 14. And let's see, that was a hip, finished hip of 40. And as you see, it only required 1.5 yards. 1.25 to 1.5 yards of fabric. So if you have some remnant fabric, this may be an excellent skirt for you to do. And then of course you'll need some more fabric for the longer length. But I have made this skirt a couple of times already. You have the blue, and then I made it in a tan or a brown color. I just recently picked up some corduroy from Joann's. It's pink. So I'm going to make another one, so I'll be able to wear that early spring. Yeah, so you can tell I loved it. I'll be making it a third time as well. So that is the skirt, the blue one that I wore with the jacket. There is life. So I am celebrating another edition of the Sewn magazine. I know I've talked about this before and letting you know that I would be in the December issue. It came out kind of late. So I'm able to share with you some of the pictures in here of me. So this is the December Sewn magazine here. That is the cover. And then you'll see the back cover of the magazine. So if we'll just flip through this. So all red, all throughout this magazine, you're going to see reds. And here I am here. And I had fun taking these photos with my son. He is my photographer. And we went to our local park in our local like downtown area. So I believe this was like a coffee shop in the background there. And then there are some more photos. And my fellow sister, Onika, I love her dress as well. Those came out really nice there for her as well. But yeah, just love it. That's my second edition of being in the magazine, other than the ones for the veterans, which I've shown you. I'll tag that video here so you can see some of those photos from that magazine as well. So you have to check them out. It is an excellent magazine, great quality. They're actually sharing some tips in here as well on how to make some items step by step. Yes. So I would definitely suggest that you, from time to time, pick up this magazine. I'm not sure if it comes out every month. It might be every other month that it may come out. I'm not 100% sure, but if you go to the website, you'll be able to get all the details. So that is just a little bit about life. So I thank you all for joining me once again. And you know, if you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to continue to come back and check out all the makes that I make throughout the year. I just want to take a moment to pause and say thank you. Thank you to all of my subscribers during this past year. I joined in with this platform of Friday Sews January of last year. I stepped out. I wanted to start sharing my sewing experience and also talk a little bit about life as well. I thank you all for joining in on the comments and sharing your experience with me. I know I've had some challenges from time to time, and I've had some people jump in and share your long time experience with me. And so I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you to all of my subscribers for liking and sharing the information, sharing your experience. Now, if you are new here and you have not subscribed yet, I don't know what you are waiting for. Go ahead and press that subscribe button. It's there somewhere. Go ahead and press the subscribe button so that you can follow me this year as I continue on with my sewing journey, and you'll see all the lovely makes. I thank you all for joining me for this episode of Friday Sews. So have a lovely day.